Why is it that some people are more driven by fear than freedom? It can only be because in the past they were conditioned to be fearful, either by those around them or by their poor application of mental faculties. There is no genetic curse or personality trait that permanently condemns one person to fear more than another. Even a genetic predisposition for anxiety can ultimately be flipped on or off by mental conditioning. We are not a slave to our history. We can be freed by our conscious thoughts and disciplined habits. Let us begin with understanding how fear is socially conditioned. Fearful people tend to be shaped by past interactions. They were pushed and molded into being timid, weak, and afraid by critical parents, bullying peers, or small-minded teachers and bosses. The people around them were always cautioning or harming them, and so they became habituated to impulse fear. It came up so often that they got used to it. From a fearful past, they have generated a fear-driven present. This is not to blame our past or excuse our fears. When people choose fear as an adult, they are choosing not to manage or overcome it. This is difficult work for many because fear has become their default impulse. The thoughts ruling their minds and their self-talk replay the cutting barbs of the critics and misguided caretakers who once demanded them. The good news is we can change this conditioning. When we awaken to responsibility, we realize that nothing can be done about our past to see it from a new perspective. We can release ourselves from its grips. We cannot control how others treated us yesterday, so let us work instead on understanding how we are currently dealing with those who stoke our fear today. The great efforts to move our lives forward always come down to a new moment when we interrupt our fear and activate our freedom by choosing how to feel, interpret, and direct our lives.